All right. Thank you so much all to come join my live. And thank you so much, Anjali, to join my live. Let me introduce myself first. Well, my name is Arpita Chatterjee, and I have started my career at the age of 19 years with a very low profile like receptionist, telecaller, and now I'm working as a business head. So this 20 years of career was phenomenal. Lots of ups and downs, lot of challenges I faced, and then I felt that why not I can share all my knowledge, all my wisdom to others. And for that, I've taken a proper coaching from eminent life coaches for last 2.5 years, and now I become a certified mindset and life coach, and I started my batches also, coaching batches as well. So today I've invited my very dearest friend and very good parenting and life coach, Anjali Chopra, who is also very successful life coach and taking a lot of classes. So welcome, Anjali. Thank you so much for joining. And please tell me something more about you and your journey, beautiful journey of life coaching.
Thank you so much, Arpita, for calling me on your live. So I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible, dear.
Okay. Okay. So my journey started around with parents and with students. It started around 16 years back when I joined a school. So since then, I was already interacting with parents and with children, and it was a very enriching journey. As a person, also I evolved a lot because I was always kind of observing and learning more from the people I was meeting. So uh, during that journey, I somewhere felt that all the parents who are actually coming to me as a teacher or maybe as a branch head, they are coming to me as an academic head, they are coming to me. So I felt that they just need a finger holding, not even hand holding. They just need to show a way how to walk. That is it. That is totally awesome. And the feedbacks which I have always received, and I'm still receiving those feedbacks from parents from my previous batches. They still, I feel so obliged and blessed when they call me and ask about their children's future, what they have to do for them. So I really feel quite blessed about it. So that took me to parenting coaching also. I felt I'm just serving very few number of people who are just into my circle, right? So I ventured into life coaching because I believe that children come on this earth as clean slates. I think everyone believes that, and it is the adults who are actually responsible for bringing up that child as whatever they want them to be, right? So that was one thing where I wanted to learn something. I had already had a very good, knowledge about child psychology, but I was still longing to learn something new or more about how to deal with the adults, how to deal with their belief systems. So I enrolled myself in life coaching. Since 1 year, I've been doing life coaching, and I believe this is a very good combination dealing with the adults to groom the child. So this is the best combination which I could find, and now I'm quite confident about the way I'm walking on this path. I believe now whatever I dream of, helping people, reaching out more and more people, that is being. Uh, I'm living that dream actually now.
Beautiful
Yeah.
and very inspiring sharing. And yes, psychology is a very beautiful subject. I did my master also in psychology, so I know that it's a very interesting and very wide subject. So you are dealing with this child, of course. Child psychology is, of course, it's a very crucial, I can say. Anjali, what I feel very deeply that our all conditioning is being developed from our child. Like if I can give my own example, we were three sisters. I'm the youngest one, and my father always want boy. So when I born, like I know when I was studying in second or third standard, my mother has shared some, just shared that my father has not seen my face. When I born, he has not seen me because I was a girl and he was expecting a boy, and that hurts me. And then I have decided, I have just taken a decision that I'm a boy, I'm not a girl. And because of that conditioning, I believe now the way I'm taking the risk, the confidence that I have, I was tremendous confidence level. And that because of that conditioning that I have got from childhood itself. I was like a tomboy. I was always, a lot of occasion I feel like crying, but I could not able to cry because I said, no, boys always are strong. So what I feel that, that conditioning has been, developed, from childhood, from the way we are get the upbringing. So as a parenting coach, what do you feel about that? What's your thought on that? And what parents need to do to make their child a very positive and very strong mindset? What do you suggest for that?
So, Arpita, from your story, I can just gauge this one thing, which is there with everyone, I believe. We bring children to our lives, but we are not psychologists, right? We all are not. We are just bringing our children with the limited knowledge what we have, the experiences we have, and the belief system we carry from our ancestors and our society, right? So, as parents, we do whatever best we feel according to our own experiences. Yes.
True.
And for parents, I can suggest we should be open to learning. First of all, love your child unconditionally. That is one.
True.
And the basic thing, love is the only way, right? उसका भी बहुत सारा मतलब अनकंडीशनल लव में भी बहुत सारे हम कई बारी गड़बड़ कर जाते हैं वो दैट आई टेल यू लेटर. One thing is love your child unconditionally. Another thing is be open to learn. Maybe there is another way. So even if you want to, you are stuck somewhere, you feel like I'm not able to handle my child's this challenge और मैं इसको कैसे deal करूँ मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रही है. I have very limited time. How to deal with the situation now? My child is very slow. Let's say a parent is saying my child is very slow. उसको तो brush कराने के लिए भी 10 बार बोलना पड़ता है, right? So maybe there is another way to deal with that situation. You should be always open to ask for help. There is no harm in asking for help any point of time in our lives, right? If we say कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, no one is going to say anything, and those people who are saying anything, they don't even care about your troubles, your challenges. Simple. So whatever you have to give to your child, your focus should be there. What is your intention? What kind of environment you really want to give to your child? That should be your primary focus. And how to live your life also. See, if we are parents, that doesn't mean कि हमने अपनी life छोड़ दी. We also have our dreams. We also want to do something in our lives, right? So while dealing with our lives and create an adult, a human being who is strong enough to handle their own lives also, right? So this is what learning, open to learn.
Very
These two
true,
things,
Anjali. Yeah, very true, Anjali. But what I believe, like as a parent, what I have seen in my life and I've seen in my, friends' life also, इंडियन स्पेसिफिकली इंडियन पेरेंट के हर घर में एक शर्मा जी का बेटा जरूर होता है. ऑल द पेरेंट्स आर लाइक कंपेयरिंग कि see that person's child, how he, from childhood we have got to know from our parents that and that comparing and criticizing, that always comparing with others child. I believe parents need to think very think openly that everyone has a different good points. Like everyone is different. पांचों उंगली एक जैसे तो होंगी नहीं. हर इंसान का अपने क्वालिटी है. Like आपके बच्चे के भी अलग ही क्वालिटी होगा जो दूसरे के बच्चे में नहीं होगा. So why you only criticize? Why you only complain? That is something that I believe that Indian parents specifically, maybe foreign culture is not like that. They are from very childhood. They are not criticizing. They are only giving the independence. But from India, I believe they are more overprotective. Like खाना नहीं खाना चाहते पर जबरदस्ती ठूस के खिलाते हैं. Like that over pampering and हर चीज में देना. Like that. That's why the child become very arrogant, very, you know, they वो ना नहीं सुन सकते बच्चे आजकल, like, you know, because they are over pampered. Like I can say my own husband is the only child, and my both father-in-law and mother-in-law is overprotective and over thing. एक बार उन्होंने गाड़ी ठोक दी थी, उसके बाद से गाड़ी चलाने नहीं दिया, you know, like that. So much of overprotective, and हर चीज में कभी मना नहीं करते. And that's why आज के डेट में my husband can't, you know, tolerate no, because, you know, he has this conditioning. So this is something that I feel that Indian parents are always doing mistake. What do you think as a parenting coach? What mistake the Indian parents are doing specifically?
See, we have to always think in a way that these children are our responsibilities, as in they have come to our life, we have brought them on this earth, right? They have not told us that we want to come in your family. So it is our responsibility कि हम उनको कैसा environment देते हैं. हम उस माली की तरह हैं जिन्होंने बीज डालना है और उसमें पानी देना है. अभी वो उसको बार बार उखाड़ के देखना है कि बीज उग रहा है कि नहीं उग रहा है. One thing is that I'm answering your question कि भी जब comparisons होते हैं, right? Comparisons जो है वो हर बीज अपना time लेगा, right?
True.
Right? So maybe soil same है, बीज भी same है, हो सकता है वो एक ही तरीके का बीज है पूरे खेत के अंदर, बट हर बीज अपना अपना टाइम लेता है. हर बीज का उगने का तरीका अलग होता है, सारे सेम नहीं होते हैं. सो इट इज ऑल अबाउट नेचर. दिस इज क्रिएटेड बाय द ऑलमाइटी. आई बिलीव वी ह्यूमंस कांट कंट्रोल एवरीथिंग. दैट अगेन वन थिंग इज देयर. हमें ये भी एक चीज अपने हाथ में हमेशा सोच के रखनी है दिमाग में कि हम हर चीज कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते. व्हेन वी रियली थिंक कि हम में वो पावर है, यस वी डू हैव पावर, but the things which are there in our control, there are few things which are not. ठीक है. So उसमें चाहे बच्चे का बिहेवियर है, हम उसको किस तरीके से इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, that we can work on, but we can't force the child to change. Maybe that behavior or that जो हम जिद्दी बच्चे बोलते हैं, हो सकता है that child is assertive and we are naming it as जिद्दी. So वो assertiveness कहीं ना कहीं जाके उसके काम आने वाली है आगे जिंदगी. So maybe that child will focus more on the work or the dreams they want to achieve, right? So इस तरीके से हर बच्चे की अपनी जो क्वालिटीज हैं, जो आप बोल रहे हो, हर बच्चे की क्वालिटीज अलग अलग हैं और उनका कुछ ना कुछ एक पर्पस है लाइफ में. वो अलग एक सोल है जो धरती पे आए हैं, एंड वी हैव टू जस्ट नर्चर देम द बेस्ट वे पॉसिबल, right? And
very true.
I personally believe that when my child came into my life, I had so many things inside me which I was not even aware about. Believe me. मुझे नहीं पता था कि मैं अकेले घर भी बच्चा भी हैंडल कर सकती हूँ. मुझे नहीं पता था घर बच्चा और जॉब भी हैंडल कर सकती हूँ. I was not very confident about it, right? But जब मेरी लाइफ में आया, धीरे धीरे मुझे अपनी स्ट्रेंथ समझ में आई. स्ट्रगल्स भी आए, बहुत आए, ऐसी बात नहीं है. But how to overcome that struggle? Maybe you have to have some people, very supportive people around you who understand you, who just listen to you. Maybe you will figure out your own issues. Most of the times we figure out our own issues. But the only thing is when we are just talking to someone, कि I am facing this issue. Most of the times I feel like I pick up the phone and I call my friend. This happened. I'm talking about the time before. जब मेरा बच्चा छोटा था, जब मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रही थी अभी मैं क्या करूं. So slowly I figured out, okay, this can be done. So we require few people in our lives who can listen to us without any judgments.
True.
Judgment का भी एक डर होता है हमें कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे, इससे ये भी नहीं हैंडल हो रहा है. So that platform is required. So इसलिए I believe that coaching industry is one thing which I think as a life coach, what I have seen and what I have learned from my mentors, you don't have to judge anyone, and we reach that place where we actually feel like everyone is struggling their own patterns. So why to judge? We are here to handhold and just show the way, right?
Very true. Absolutely true, and completely agree. And I would also like to thank everyone who has joined, and we are discussing on how to raise a child. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask. We will try our level best to give the best answer. So Anjali, you have correctly said about nature. Yes, you have connected the nature. I believe that, have you seen the bamboo tree? Right? Bamboo tree is like, teens 4 साल से वो अंदर ही रूट में ही रहता है, एंड suddenly it grows like anything. And same thing I have seen in my life also, and others also around. I have seen there are a lot of child I have seen who are very, very submissive, very, introvert, but they have immense talent. But there are a lot of people, but people never encourage those because they are not very active, they are not very hyperactive kind of. But the people who are very hyperactive, like small child, I'm talking about the small child, they are very hyperactive and all, and they are very cute, or they are bubbly, and everyone is appreciating, everyone is saying. And the child who are very reserved, they feel very, they can't express their emotions, but they are getting, very conscious, and unki jo confidence level hai, they have developed that, self pity, and they have developed that they have a talent, but they could not able to recognize their talent because the surrounding, the parents and outer people are not understood their quality, and that's why they lose the self esteem. The self esteem is very important. You don't believe, in my coaching batch, there are a lot of students has come for my confidence course that I have started, the confidence booster course, and a lot of people, and they are so talented, they are so in a high profile, they are working, but still they are not confident. They don't want to go, they feel fear to go up to stage and give the performance and all, but they are extremely talented. So self esteem is one thing that I believe that every parents should start from very beginning, and should know the technique, that how to build up that self esteem and self confidence, because confidence is something that is very, very important in everyone's life. And if you don't have the confidence, but you have a lot of qualities, you don't have that quality to express that quality. So who is going to see your quality? No one, because you don't have that self esteem. So as a parenting coach, what tips you want to give to all the parents to how they develop their self esteem? Child should develop their self esteem from very, very early stage, from very beginning. What kind of advice you want to give as a parenting coach?
So, Arpita, for self-esteem, most of the times what we parents think कि हमारा बच्चा छोटा है and हम सब कुछ उसके लिए करते हैं, and that is love, which I was telling you, unconditional love. We feel like, okay, we are providing everything. We have a nanny also, someone is feeding him also, and वो सारी चीजें देख के हमें लगता है कि we are taking good care of. But self-esteem यहाँ पे कहाँ पे हमें देनी है बच्चों को. So, right from the early stage, जहां बच्चा उठ के बैठना सीख जाता है, एंड व्हेन दे स्टार्ट ईटिंग देयर फूड, आई हैव जनरली सीन इवन 6 से 7 साल के बच्चे भी अपने हाथ से खाना नहीं खा पाते हैं. ठीक है, दैट इज वन साइन वेयर आई फील पेरेंट इज नॉट गिविंग इनफ स्पेस फॉर द चाइल्ड टू डू द रेगुलर थिंग्स विच एनी चाइल्ड कैन डू. जब उस बच्चे के हाथ में ग्रिप आ गई स्पून उठाने की, वो बच्चे को हाथ मुंह में डालना आ गया, ठीक है, तो वो खाना क्यों नहीं आप दे पा रहे हो उसको खाने को? बिकॉज समवेयर इट इज योर मे बी गिल्ट कि मैं इसको अच्छे से कर लूं, मैं इसको टाइम दे दूं, कहीं मैं कम तो नहीं कर रही अपने बच्चे के लिए. बट नो, दैट इज द एक्सपीरियंस दैट वी हैव टू गिव टू द चाइल्ड कि आप अपने हाथ से खा रहे हो. दैट इज अगेन द सेंस ऑफ अकम्पलिशमेंट. हैव यू एवर सीन अ चाइल्ड सेइंग मम्मा नो आई विल ईट? जब मम्मा खिला रही होती है, आई हैव सीन मैनी, नो आई विल ईट, because they feel that sense of accomplishment कि मैंने ये अपने हाथ से खाया, and it really gives them a boost. Yes, यहाँ पे फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट आई बिलीव अपने हाथ से खाना खाना, राइट? अपने हाथ से अपनी चीजों को, अपने टॉयज को अपनी जगह पे रखना. एक क्रॉलिंग बच्चा भी जाके अपने टॉयज रख सकता है. they have that sense, right? So all these small steps, they really matter a lot, and when they actually do it, they may be spoiling the entire house for eating, हो सकता है, because they play also. बट यही है कि हमें उस चीज को थोड़ा सा इग्नोर करके या उसको थोड़ा सा डील करके वी हैव टू सी कि भी उस बच्चे को वो एक्सपीरियंस दिया जाए, राइट? रादर देन थिंकिंग कि मैं ही खिला देती हूँ, गंदा कर देगा ये सारा, राइट? बट वी आर मिसिंग ऑन सच एन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ सेल्फ एस्टीम. एंड आफ्टर, इवन इफ अगर उसने एक बाइट भी अपने मुंह में अपने हाथ से डाली है, दैट इज आई वुड से अ मेडल देने वाली चीज मैं बोलूंगी. वैसे ठीक है, बच्चे के लिए तो वो बहुत बड़ी चीज है, हमारे लिए वो नहीं है, क्योंकि हमें वो उसका गंद दिख रहा है, बट उसके लिए बहुत बड़ी चीज है. So appreciating the effort is
True.
equally important. Oh wow, you did it. Have you ever seen any adult not eating with their hands? No. So this is how we right from the beginning कैसे हम बच्चे की self esteem को increase कर सकते हैं. Time to time, according to their age, we can give them the task to do छोटे छोटे task अपने regular अपने लिए करने के लिए, and then appreciating the efforts.
True.
Later on, motivating also. So there is a
Very
psychology
true.
behind it that first you have to appreciate and then motivate to do more.
Wow, that's true. Okay, Anjali, we have a few questions we have got. So the first question, Sugandh is asking how to control child anger, and if we are fulfilling child need, but still they complain, what have you done for me?
Okay. So how to control child's anger? So child's anger, it all depends. Maybe the child is not understanding why this anger is happening to them. I'm talking about the toddler age, but after some time, they are not. जब उनको शुरू में ही एंगर को रेगुलेट करना नहीं आता है, अपने एंगर को समझना नहीं आता है. See, when you feel the feeling, you come to know. So parents also can understand their child. It's a power given to any mother or father. They can understand. It's God gift. They can understand why the child is angry. Maybe there is a pattern behind it. कि एक पर्टिकुलर चीज के लिए ही उस बच्चे को एंगर आता है, राइट? और मे बी द चाइल्ड इज आस्किंग फॉर अटेंशन. So it all depends upon your observation, how you observe, why. First of all, find out the why the child is angry. Okay, acknowledge it. Yes, वो तो है, एंगर तो है उसमें. अभी ढूंढ लिया हमने सोल्यूशन ढूंढना है, राइट? So then you have to just excuse me.
Okay, no problem. I'll also add something in this. Your answer till the time you can just manage your doggy. See, what I believe is that what Anjali has said, that correctly said, that, obviously you have to understand that trigger point that she is trying to say, that, you need to understand, because anger comes with irritation. First, the irritation comes. Anger will not come, instantly. First come the irritation, some comes restlessness, right? So trigger point, what she has said actually true. The trigger point, when you observe that what's your child's trigger point, that for what purpose he is getting irritated, then obviously the anger develop. And a very important thing, Sugandh, I would like to suggest you, from childhood, very childhood, you can because anger is, again, you can manage. Anger is also, there's anger management techniques are there that I'm teaching in my mindset coaching. But from childhood, if you can do this anger management, and for that you need to do a lot of management. Like you need to make a different kind of habit, like good habit. You have to form a different habit. Like for example, financial management, you can start गुल्लक, जैसे हमने बचपन में गुल्लक बनाते थे, pocket money. You need to give pocket money, but at the same time, you need to understand how much pocket money will help to give them motivation to do more, to earn more. Like for example, अगर as a parent आप में capability है कि आप 50,000 दे सकते हो pocket money एक 6, 8 या 9 साल के बच्चे को, but are you going to give 50,000 pocket money? No, because obviously you need to give pocket money of 2,000 so that he can develop that that earning ability कि भाई आज मुझे 2,000 में मुझे कैसे मैनेज करना है, मुझे खुद कैसे करना है, मुझे अगर कुछ गेम खरीदना है, टॉय खरीदना है, तो और क्या करूँ कि मुझे, मतलब you have to form that habit. So anger is just a tangible thing that you are saying, but you are not observing the deep inside that why this anger developing, because maybe he wants something to do, but you are not giving them space to do that. You are imposing them lot of things. That's why he developed that anger. This is my viewpoint. What about you, Anjali? What you say? You are saying something, but it got interrupted because of your doggy.
Yeah. So adding on to that, I think first of all, why your child is angry, trigger point is actually very important to understand. उसके बाद how to manage that with maybe to talk to your child what is actually bothering them. One strategy can be that if they are not even understanding. See, अभी ये है, बच्चे को कई बार खुद ही नहीं पता होता है कि वो angry क्यों है. There were times जब like if I give my example, when my child यूज्ड टू बी हंग्री, उसको गुस्सा आ जाता था, इरिटेट हो जाता था, अब वो हर चीज के लिए इरिटेट हो रहा है, राइट? तो हमें नहीं पता है कि वो पीछे की क्या सिचुएशन है. सो मे बी वी डील विद द ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स कि अगर टाइमली फूड उसको दे दिया जाए so शायद मे बी दैट एंगर विल नॉट कम, राइट?
Yes.
So it can be like talking to the child. Okay, I'm cooking it. It will take a little time. Maybe there was some guest at home and you were attending to that guest. And can you help me? Just divert little bit. Diversion भी बहुत काम करता है बच्चों के साथ. बच्चों को थोड़ा divert कर दो उस एंगर से. It really works wonders. So उनको ऐसी चीज में मे बी अपने साथ इन्वॉल्व कर लो. एंड बिलीव मी they want to be their parents saviors. वो सुपर हीरो बनना चाहते हैं अपने पेरेंट्स के लिए, एंड दे विल डू एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, क्यूटेस्ट लिटिल थिंग टू डू और हेल्प देयर पेरेंट्स. सो छोटे बच्चों के साथ हम ऐसे कर सकते हैं. लेटर ऑन विद पासिंग टाइम, विद एज लाइक 9, 10, 11, 12 years, वी हैव टू टॉक टू देम मोर ऑफन. मे बी वी हैव टू हैव द ट्रैक कि भी of the daily day-to-day life also of the child, what all things bother, right? What all things are happening in their life. So that quality time we need to spend with the child.
True. Very true. Okay. So I hope Shugan you got the answer. So we have more questions also. I believe yes, we have one more question from Ashi. How to make grandparents understand that comparison is not good for child growth? Okay, so one beautiful question. Yes, Anjali, you would like to answer first, then I'll give my viewpoint also.
I think again here comes the communication. We generally assume that हम अगर grandparents को कुछ बोलेंगे तो शायद वो अच्छे से नहीं लेंगे, वो ये सोचेंगे अच्छा ये आज हमें बताने आए हैं कुछ नया. I think we can be open to our grandparents. ठीक है, आराम से बैठ के हम बात कर सकते हैं कि मैं क्या सोचती हूँ और स्टडीज क्या बोलती हैं. You can always I mean make such an environment कि वो भी कुछ सीख लें आगे से. ठीक है, even they know that much. See, they also have that much knowledge. भाई हम अपनी लाइफ में जो जो एक्सपीरियंसेस लेते हैं हम उसी नॉलेज के साथ ही अपने बच्चों को बड़ा करते हैं. So if we are learning something, it is somewhere our duty to tell even the grandparents that I have learned this, mama, just read it. Maybe it will help you, and it's our duty to give a perfect environment for our child, right? So कोई भी grandparents I think वो नहीं चाहेंगे कि बच्चे की सेल्फ एस्टीम पे कहीं असर आए और या आगे जाके बच्चा एक इंडिपेंडेंट एडल्ट ना बने. कोई भी नहीं चाहता है ये. Everyone wants to give the best. The only thing is the kind of knowledge or experiences we have, we just upbring our child like that only, right?
True.
So it's all about open communication.
Very true, Anjali. I would like to add one more thing here to answer this question. Like, अगर आपने भी believe करते होंगे, बचपन से हमने 99% घरों में ये देखा जाता है कि हम बचपन में बच्चों को यही सिखाते हैं, बड़ों के आगे जवाब नहीं देना चाहिए, है ना? बड़ों के मुंह पे जवाब नहीं देना चाहिए, बड़ों से नहीं चलना चाहिए. Especially when about the grandparents, of course, in our like that. But now the scenario is changing. Now generation is changing. अगर अब हम बच्चों को ऐसे पुश करते हैं कि भाई बड़ों के जवाब नहीं देना चाहिए, ये नहीं करना चाहिए, तो बड़े बच्चे और ज्यादा adamant हो जाते हैं और ज्यादा stubborn हो जाते हैं. What I believe that parents nowadays, like grandparents, of course, you can't change your grandparents, but as a parent you need to talk to what Anjali has said correctly, open conversation. But at the same time, instead of saying right or wrong कि ये गलत है ये ठीक है, let them the child take the decision. Like कुछ भी चीजें हैं, अगर आप कुछ कर रहे हो, for example smoking is dangerous, right? हम अपने बच्चों को बोलते हैं स्मोकिंग नहीं करनी चाहिए, स्मोकिंग गलत है, स्मोक करना से ये होगा वो होगा. Instead of that, why not you tell your child smoking में कुछ पॉजिटिव है कुछ नेगेटिव है. Now you decide what you wanted to do. What I'm trying to say is that as a parents we need to, instead of thoping, instead of suppressing them, थोपना कि भाई यही करो, we can give or can ask question. More we ask question, more better, because from childhood we'll get this condition question मत पूछो. Like स्कूल में भी हम जाते हैं, टीचर सिर्फ क्वेश्चन पूछते नहीं, आंसर दो, हम मैं क्वेश्चन पूछूंगी आप आंसर दोगे. बट वी नीड टू डू द ऑपोजिट. वी नीड टू गिव अवर चाइल्ड द ओपन हैंड टू आस्क more and more question, because I have I have experienced this in my school life that there are a lot of school teachers are like वो strict नहीं होते मगर जानबूझ के strictness दिखाते हैं बच्चों के साथ जिससे कि बच्चे दूर हो जाए और क्वेश्चन ना पूछे because maybe they are lacking in knowledge so they don't have that much of knowledge. That's why they discourage the students to don't ask the question. Same like parents also, maybe their brought up is not like that, they don't have that kind of knowledge, so instead of giving them opportunity to ask question, they're suppressing them. So what I believe that that is very important, that when your grandparents is comparing or something, as a parent you need to communicate them openly and say that okay, they are grandparents, accept them, now you need to, like that way you need to do. What do you think, Anjali?
So asking questions from adults is a very healthy way because क्या है कि हम सोचते हैं जो हम कर रहे हैं वो सबसे बढ़िया है, right? With changing times, like how things have changed. ज़्यादा हम दूर नहीं जाते हैं, हम सिर्फ कोविड से अब तक का टाइम लेते हैं. कितने साल हुए कोविड को आए हुए? See the changes we have seen in the entire education system. People have gone for homeschooling. इतना homeschooling का अभी इतना ज़्यादा पढ़ने में आ रहा है. Yesterday only I received, like I told you, one of my previous batch parents, she called me up to ask me about homeschooling, which I need to learn any which ways. I have to gauge because this is one new concept which has come up. So with changing times, इतनी सारी चीजें change इतनी drastically हो रही है, इतनी जल्दी quickly change हो रही है. So बच्चों का जो एक्सपोजर है वो हमसे कहीं हद तक ज्यादा है because the way the kind of exposure we have very limited, and now with our daily day-to-day routines and daily responsibilities we don't get that much time to explore new things also. And children, especially teenagers, they have so much of exposure. Even उनको homeworks भी अपने project based मिलते हैं. They have to collect the information from outside and then create a project. So while collecting that information, they are actually getting all the information which is already there in their mind, and they have various questions. ठीक है, they have various perspective. अभी उनके भी एक अलग perspective होते हैं. अगर हम बोले, I'm just taking a very newest example, chat GPT. ठीक है, chat GPT अभी लोगों क्या उसमें pros भी हैं, उसमें cons भी हैं. ठीक है, that day my child had some other perspective to share, I had some other, right? But we conversed, उसने अपना दिया, मैंने अपना दिया. So that is what that environment should be there कि बच्चे को लगे मैं अपना perspective बोल सकता हूँ, right?
True.
That is the openness of the communication.
True.
Right? That
Okay,
communication का जो gap है वो उसको हमें कैसे fill करना है? We have to accept the perspectives of our child also.
True, very true. Okay, we have next question, that is Manisha is asking, Manisha Bhujan. We have to behave good in front of children. They copied us only. Yes, absolutely true. Absolutely true. Okay, her question is this: child don't know anger. It's adult only who are showing them how to angry. Okay, it's all our behavior, from that only they are learning. Okay, it's not a question. She's telling her own viewpoint that that
Right. True.
True, that's true. Absolutely true, Manisha. And Shugan is saying, okay, I understand, I can understand. Thank you, Shugan. Okay, and she is also sharing something that stops comparing, complaining, and giving instruction all the time. That's true. Definitely. I mean, basically, from very in a early initially itself, we have told everyone that comparing, like हर घर में एक शर्मा जी का बेटा जरूर होता है. शर्मा जी के बेटे को देखो. Okay, then next question I think is, even instead of waking up my son very patiently and lovingly, he gets irritated a lot and throw tantrums every morning. And when his father tried to wake him up, he immediately gets up and do the thing. Okay, Yatri is asking this. Okay, I don't understand where I'm lacking. Yatri is asking the question. Okay.
So here I think sometimes we are just finding faults in our own selves. See, again, it is the perspective of the child. It is maybe the morning time the child wants his father to wake him up. That is the main time. Maybe वो connected feel करता है अपने father से उस time पे. And most of the times fathers are not very much involved with their children's daily day-to-day life, with their food and clothes and everything. And mother is involved everywhere. So maybe the child is expecting कि भी morning में मुझे पापा उठाएं and I feel connected with the father, right? So rather than finding out the fault, where am I faulting, maybe we have to sometimes accept few things. चलो खुश तो है ना, बच्चा पापा के साथ अच्छा है, थोड़ा टाइम मिला है. We really look for those fathers who really give good time to their children, है ना? Yeah.
True, very true. And I'll also add on one thing, Anjali, in not only specifically this question, but overall what I have seen that Indian society, like जो mother होती है वो अपने बच्चों के सब कुछ करती है, मगर वो हमेशा जब भी कुछ डिसीजन का हो बोलते हैं पापा से पूछूंगी, राइट, पापा बताएंगे, लाइक पापा मारेंगे आके, they themselves give importance to their husband in front of the child, like they are only from, I also got this thing from my childhood ki father is more important than mother, and it is basically everywhere happen, and that fault is mother only. Like हम बाद में जाके बोलते हैं हमारी कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, बच्चे हमें वैल्यू नहीं दे रहे है ना, हस्बैंड को दे रहे हैं क्योंकि हस्बैंड कमा रहे हैं, but that is I think fault of mother need to give this kind of upbringing that he should value themselves also, that the child also is, because बच्चे वही देखते हैं जो वो मतलब वो सीखते वही है जो वो देखते हैं ना, कि मतलब just you can't only say, you have to behave also the same. Like if you really want as a mother that your child need to value you, child need to listen you need to value yourself. You can't give this kind of dialogue, चलो पापा आएंगे ना पापा को बताऊंगी, पापा आपको ये करेंगे, तो then child automatically feel that कि पापा ज्यादा important है, मम्मी तो कुछ है ही नहीं. What do you think about that?
Definitely the mother has to give those boundaries to the child कि if you are not doing anything then we may have to look into consequences. जो भी है mother को अपना stand लेना भी जरूरी है, and it is all about the dynamics of a family which we are teaching to our children. Who is more important? The father is important. Okay, who can't cook? Father can't cook. So all these things हम क्या सिखा रहे हैं? And with changing times, with the changing scenarios, how every woman is getting independent, and they also want partners. They don't want any person to be taken care of, right? Boys don't cook. Yesterday only I was watching a video and it was so apt. There were few small clippings from some movies. I am a boy, I don't cook. So these are all I mean societal जो norms बन चुके हैं, उनको कहीं ना कहीं break करना जरूरी है, because every woman is working, and I believe working के साथ साथ they are giving birth to their children, taking care of them. That is again a very big task which is not I mean kept as a task जो समझा कम जाता है थोड़ा society में. But now things are changing. So with changing times, if we really want our children to be happy in their lives, we have to give that dynamics in the family itself. कोई बाहर से नहीं सिखाएगा उनको, हमारी फैमिली डायनामिक्स सिखाएगी उनको, right?
Exactly. Even nowadays social media, TV also have lot of change. Advertisement has lot of change. पहले के हर washing powder के eyebrow में लड़कियां ही होती थी, हर खाने झाड़ू पोछा के लड़कियां ही होती. But nowadays a different way, different perspective they are showing. So definitely there are a lot of change happening. But of course you being a parent, you also need to change. It's not like that क्योंकि हमारे बच्चे वही सीखते हैं जो हम उनको upbringing देते हैं. That is very important, right? So actually the time is very less now. I think it's only 5 minutes left. So what any kind of books you want to recommend to like how to raise child? Any books you want to recommend so that we can just conclude this session?
So Arpita, I had a very nice book that is Conscious Parenting by Dr. Shefali Sabari, and that is one book which actually gave me so many bulb-on moments. Oh my God, what I was doing with my child when he was young. So अभी there is never ये बोला जाता है ना कि जब भी जागो तभी सवेरा. So I think I have tweaked my way of dealing with things. So it is all about consciousness of a parent, how to deal with the child. पहले हम अपने आप में corrections करेंगे, तब हम सोच सकते हैं कि बच्चे में कुछ changes हम ला सकते हैं. So that is the beautiful book. I think everyone should read it. It is all about again grooming a parent into a better human being. Also.
Wow, beautiful.
One of my best read book.
Okay. One more question come. I think Shugand is asking, is that okay to fulfill our child desire for something? Because of my son is asking anything to have, I sometimes fulfill that then my husband always complain that I should not do that. Yes. You can first answer,
So,
then I can answer.
yeah. So regarding the जिद, जो जिद करते हैं बच्चे, कई बार हम क्या करते हैं, वही अनकंडीशनल लव वाली कहानी जो आ जाती है कि हम चाहते हैं कि हम अपने बच्चे को अनकंडीशनल लव करें। उस अनकंडीशनल लव के अंदर जो चीजें होती हैं वो हम भूल जाते हैं कि उसमें बाउंड्रीज भी होती हैं, हमें कुछ एक लिमिट भी रखनी पड़ती है बच्चों के साथ, उनके बिहेवियर्स को लेके भी, उनकी एंटाइटलमेंट को लेके भी, कि भी आपको सब कुछ मिलेगा, ये वो एंटाइटल्ड नहीं है। बिकॉज व्हेन वी आर गिविंग देम दैट पिक्चर, यस आई विल गिव यू एवरीथिंग, दे विल गेट दैट सिनेरियो कि हमें, मुझे तो सब कुछ जिंदगी में मिलने वाला है, बट लाइफ इज
Exactly.
लिटिल ट्विस्टेड। आई मीन वी हैव टू वर्क टू गेट एनीथिंग डन इन आवर लाइफ। ठीक है, हमें
True, definitely.
बैठे बिठाए कभी भी नहीं मिलती है, वी हैव टू वर्क फॉर दैट,
Exactly.
राइट।
Exactly. जो मैंने अभी exactly जो मैंने पहले भी बोला, same thing. That answer is that you know like हम जो ओवर प्रोटेक्टिंग हो जाते हैं, हम हर चीज देते हैं बिकॉज हमें लगता है हम सब कुछ कमा ही रहे अपने बच्चों के लिए, तो मैं क्यों ना दूं। तो अगर आपकी कैपेबिलिटी है 50,000 मंथली पॉकेट मनी देने का, तो अगर आप 50,000 देते जाओगे तो उसको समझ आ जाएगा कि ये तो मुझे बिना मेहनत करे सब कुछ मिल जाएगा। तो अगर आप एक लिमिट पॉकेट मनी देते हो या लिमिट चीजें देते हो, तो कहीं ना कहीं बच्चों को समझ आएगा बचपन से कि ना भी सुनने को, मतलब हाँ ना मिक्स, मतलब आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट यू कैन पैम्पर देम, ऑफ कोर्स दे कैन, बट एट द सेम टाइम फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग इट्स दे शुड लिसन द नो आल्सो, सो दैट इन जब वो बड़े हो जाए तब वो ना सुन। जैसे मेरे आई एम गिवन माई ओन हस्बैंड एग्जाम्पल, बिकॉज ऑफ ओवर प्रोटेक्टिवनेस, बिकॉज ओनली चाइल्ड, वो ना नहीं सुन पाते क्योंकि उनकी ब्रॉटअप नहीं है ऐसी, right? Maybe parents can give everything, but when you get married to someone, that person's brought up is different. Like my brought up is totally different. I was from very beginning, I'm a self-made person. I have started my career of my father has given challenge 2000 कमा के दिखा दे मान जाऊंगा, so I have given 60 interview and then I got my first job, that is also 1600 rupees, but I promised my father 2000, so I took a tuition separately, and then I have get that 2000. So what I feel strongly believed is that from very beginning parents को ना बोलना सीखना चाहिए, ना कि हर चीज में हाँ हाँ बोलना. That is very important.
And they can always give them a consequence, like if you really want to do this, maybe they can do a task at home, right? In this way हम उनको life skills भी सिखा रहे हैं. Maybe for earning, they want some game or a toy and they can earn that, right? So इससे ये होगा कि they will learn how to work for the particular thing. अगर उनको toys बैठे बिठाए मिलेंगे, that is, it is not said कि भी हम उनको कुछ भी नहीं देंगे, but yes, these are small things where they should feel, है ना?
Feel, exactly.
According to our capacity, we can always give. Maybe her husband is, in a way, he's right, and in a way, she is also right, because maybe she is feeling guilty of not completing the जो भी उसकी जिद है वो पूरी ना करने की, उसकी जिद वो पूरी, because she wants that child to feel loved, right?
Yes.
No one is wrong in this, right?
True, because girls are more emotional. उनको लगता है मुझे जो नहीं मिला अपने लाइफ में, मैं क्यों ना अपने बच्चे को देती जाऊँ, but boys are more mature and more practical. That's why maybe his husband is practical, but of course both are right. So Anjali, so if you want to conclude this session, how to raise the child, what I believe is that the parents need to be more friendly, and parents need to be not be comparing, and they should listen. Open conversation is very important. And second is, of course, not being overprotective, but of course make them self-independent also. At the same time, support them when they are getting down. So what's your conclusion on this slide?
So I think, Arpita, you have already concluded everything, and I really want to thank all our viewers also who have come here, actively participated in the questionnaire also, and looking forward to more such questionnaires. And it's a mutual learning, I would say. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in for this Insta Live. Thank you, Arpita, for inviting me.
Thank you so much. If you can just end with one more question. I think Shugan is asking, so it's okay to be rewarded sometimes. Yes, it should be rewarded every time, I believe. Because, whenever we reward for doing some good activity by child, then definitely, we can reward so that they can get more encouraged. Yes, we are doing right thing. So, right, Anjali, this is very important. Right. And we also reward ourselves also whenever we do something. Like always, win, celebrate the small win instead of waiting for the big win. That is very important.
Right. Don't wait for big wins. Celebrate small, and you will reach the big one.
Definitely. So thank you so much, Anjali. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining this live. And also, I like to tell Anjali that I have started on very beautiful design program, Wisdom Hub, which is free of cost. Also, I have started my own coaching batch that is redesign your life. So of course, there are a lot of people have already joined. So if anyone is interested to join, please DM me in my Wisdom Hub. It's a different kind of challenges I'm throwing. So I'm sure you like that challenges all. So thank you so much, Anjali. Thank you so much,
Thank
everyone,
you.
for joining. Bye. Take care.
Thank you, Arpita, and all the best for your new project. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye bye.